Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss one very important topic, that is a part of structural organization in animals. The first topic is animal tissue. Now we are coming on the second topic, that is known as the frog. Okay, for NEET exam two animals are in detail. One is the frog and one is the cockroach. So today I am going to say few important points related with the frog. Already known by us that what is the systemic position of frog. If I will say about the systemic position in frog, so how I will write the systemic position in frog? So first I am going to say the systemic position in frog. Related with the systemic position of frog, I will write in a sequential way. What is the kingdom? Kingdom already known by us. I am teaching zoology, so naturally it is kingdom is the Animalia. What is the kingdom? Kingdom is the Animalia. Then we are coming on the phylum. What is the phylum? Phylum is the Chordata. Phylum is the Chordata. When we are coming on the class, what is the class here? Class is the Amphibia. In between the phylum Chordata and class Amphibia, you have to remember, that is what we have to remember. In Chordata there is two groups of Chordata. One is the Gnathostomata, another group, that is the Vertebrata. This is the subphylum, that is the Vertebrata, Agnatha and Gnathostomata. So it is coming into the Gnathostomata first. Gnathostomata. This is Gnathostomata and Agnatha. So that is the Vertebrata, first Vertebrata, then Gnathostomata, then Tetrapoda, and ultimately it will come into the Amphibia. Amphibia, this is one. Rana, that is genus, and Tigrina, that is the species. Rana tigrina, it is known as the Indian bullfrog. Indian bullfrog, that is known as the Rana tigrina. Another one that you have to remember, what is the name of the order of frog? The name of the order of frog, that is the Anura. Anura, A means absent, Neura means tail. Tail is absent. That's why we used to say that tail is absent. That's why we used to say that it is the Anura. So what you have to remember? Phylum, kingdom, that I will start from the kingdom. Kingdom is the animal kingdom. Phylum is the Chordata. Class is the Amphibia. Before going to the class Amphibia, phylum Chordata classified into three subphylum. It is included in the Vertebrata. What is the subphylum here? That is the Vertebrata. Subphylum Vertebrata. Then we have to discuss about the division, Gnathostomata. Then what is the superclass? Tetrapoda. And what is the class? That is Amphibia. In between order is there. What is the order? Anura. A means absent, Neura means tail. So this is the one point that you have to remember related with the systemic position of frog. Related with frog, there are very interesting terms that you have to remember. First point that you have to remember written here, Poikilothermus. So are you remembering when I said about the animal kingdom, I said there are two groups of animals. In one group of animal, the body temperature is variable, and in one group of animals, the body temperature is getting constant. Like in human beings, the body temperature is constant. It is not getting changed as per the temperature of the surrounding. We are endothermous. We are homeothermous. Okay, we are endothermous. We are the homeothermous. Warm-blooded animal, just opposite to it, you can write related with the frog. Frog is a cold-blooded animal. It is a cold-blooded animal. This is the one point you have to remember. It is a cold-blooded animal. Second, you have to remember Poikilothermus. Poikilothermus means the body temperature variable. They are having variable body temperature. This is the one point. Or they are known as the ectothermus. Why they are known as the ectothermus? Because their body temperature varies as per the temperature of surrounding. Their body temperature varies as per the temperature of surrounding. So related with the frog, you have to remember that they are the cold-blooded, they are the Poikilothermus, they are the ectothermus. So this is the one point that you have to remember related with the temperature. Now coming on the next one, just see the next one. What is the character? Very important character related with frog. Camouflage, mimicry. What is camouflage? Camouflage is a smaller term, mimicry is a broader term. Camouflage means property to change body color or skin color, that is known as the camouflage. And when this coloration takes place for the protection, this protective coloration is known as the mimicry. This protective coloration is known as the mimicry. I think you know about the chameleon. Chameleon is also able to change its body color. That is camouflage. Okay, that is also camouflage. And here camouflage plus mimicry is there. So this is one wonderful point related with the frog. Now frog is showing another very important phenomena, that is known as the hibernation and estivation. I will say there is one term, home work. How to remember hibernation and estivation? Home work. If I will say H, what is H? H is the hibernation. H is the hibernation. And what is W? This is known as the winter sleep. Hibernation is known as the winter sleep. Okay, hibernation known as the winter sleep. During the excessive winter, scorching winter or scorching summer, it is going deep in the soil. So second one, that is known as the estivation. If the first one is the hibernation, second one is the estivation. And what is the meaning of estivation? That is known as the summer sleep. That is known as the summer sleep. So there are two terms. One is the winter sleep, and what is the next one? That is the summer sleep. So this you have to remember, as they are not able to maintain their body temperature, so they are going for the winter sleep, hibernation. They are going for the summer sleep, that is known as the estivation. So again, these are the two very important terms that you have to remember related with frog. Now coming on the next phenomena, that is very important, see, frog never drinks water. Very interesting. Frog never drinks water. Then how it is surviving? It is surviving because it absorbs water through its skin. It means frog skin is hygroscopic. That is the reason it is not found in the marine water. Why? Why it is not found in the marine water? Because skin is capable to absorb the water. So if the water is salty, skin is not able to, skin will absorb, the body salt concentration will increase, the frog will die. So are you getting? The frog never drinks water, but it absorbs water through the skin. This is the one very important point that you have to remember, that is the frog. Now when we are coming on the body division of frog known by you, frog is not having the neck, it is not having the tail. But here you have to remember one very interesting point. If I will ask a question, during the life cycle of frog, tail is present or absent. So what is the answer? The name of the frog's tadpole, the frog's larva, that is known as the tadpole, and larva is looking like a fish. It is also having the tail. So in the life history of frog, tail is present. In the life history of frog, tail is present, because in the life history it is including the larva stage also. So name of the larva of frog, that is known as the tadpole, and tadpole is looking like a fish. Tadpole is looking like a fish. Tadpole is looking like a fish, and it is having the tail. Tadpole is looking like a fish, and it is having a tail. So this is the one point that you have to remember. But in adult frog, tail is absent. So this is one wonderful question they can ask. In the life history of frog, tail is present or absent? Present. Why? Tail is absent in adult frog, but there is a larva stage in frog, that is known as the tadpole, and in this tadpole stage the tail is absent, tail is present. So this is the one point that you have to remember. Now see, they are having a pair of nostrils, they are having a pair of eyes, and very interesting, as it is living in the water also. So for the protection of eyes, there is a pair of nictitating membrane, not pair, or a pair of eyes having covered by the nictitating membrane. So nictitating membrane covering the it is covering the eye. So this is the one point. And they are having tympanum. Tympanum. In frog there is no external ear, na? In frog there is no external ear. So who is representing the ear? That is known as the tympanum. Who is representing the ear? That is known as the tympanum. So now I will say one point. Frog included in tetrapoda, I already said, Animalia, Chordata, Vertebrata, Gnathostomata, Tetrapoda, Amphibia. This is the chronological order. Are you getting? Animalia, Chordata, Vertebrata, Gnathostomata, Tetrapoda, Amphibia. Okay, so this is one we are going to reach on the frog. So it is having tetrapoda. Tetrapoda means two pairs of limbs. It is having two pairs of limbs. Very important. It is having two pairs of limbs. Very interesting. It is having two pairs of limbs. When we are going to say it is having the two pairs of limbs, it is having the forelimb and it is having the hind limb. So one very important question, how many digits in forelimb? 4 digits. Forelimb 4 digits, FORE 4, FOUR 4. Hind limb is having the 5 digits. This is again very interesting. And in the frog, the hind limb are muscular. In the frog, the hind limb are muscular. They can be used, they can be eaten by the human beings. Okay. So this is the one point. That is why frog, it is having economic importance. The muscular legs of frog can be eaten as a food. So this is the one point that you have to remember related with the frog. Very important, frog is showing the sexual dimorphism also. During the breeding season, the male frog, it is developing a sound that is known as the croaking sound. What is the name of the sound? Croaking sound. It is producing a sound that is known as the croaking sound. Croaking is a type of mating sound. Croaking is a type of mating sound that is known as the croaking sound. It is a type of mating sound, and by this sound the male frog is asking for female. So this is the one thing that you have to remember. They are having the developed vocal sac. This is one. And very important question for NEET, on the first digit of forelimb. Forelimb is having how many digits? 4. So on the first digit of forelimb of male frog, on the first digit of forelimb of male frog, a pair, what is present? Copulatory pads are present. What is the function of copulatory pads? To hold the female at the time of copulation. The type of copulation in frog, that is the pseudo-copulation. Okay, so frog skin is slippery now. So just to hold the female frog, on the first digit of forelimb of male frog, copulatory pads are present. So this is the one more point that you have to remember. Now see this diagram carefully. Who represents the ear? Tympanum. Tympanum, this is the tympanum. Externally we can say the tympanum. Tympanum represents the ear. Tympanum represents ear. Ear represented by tympanum. It is on the body surface. Tympanum. Now they are having the bulging eyes. Bulging eyes. Bulging eyes means protruding eyes. And the bulging eye is covered by a membrane. This is one membrane that is known as the nictitating membrane. Clear? So this is one more important point that you have to remember. When we are saying about the anatomy in frog, frog having all the system like human beings. Digestive, respiratory, circulatory, excretory, neural system, then endocrine system and reproductive system. Well developed immune system also. So the well developed systems are present in frog. When we are saying about the digestive system, very important point you have to remember. One point, in frog, the alimentary canal is short. Why the alimentary canal is short in frog? Because frog is carnivore. Frog is carnivore. Carnivore. So the length of intestine is reduced. This is one very important point. Frog is carnivore. Carnivore. So the length of intestine is less. Frog is carnivore, so the length of intestine is less. This is the one point that you have to remember. Now see this diagram very carefully. In frog, there is a common chamber. That common chamber is known as the cloaca. In frog, there is a common chamber. That common chamber is known as the cloaca. Cloaca is a common chamber for three systems. Cloaca is a common chamber for three systems. What are the three systems? First system, that is the digestive system. Second system, that is the excretory system. And third one, that is the reproductive system. Are you getting? So sometimes they are asking how many openings are present in the cloaca of male frog and how many openings are present in the cloaca of female frog, except the cloacal aperture. Except the cloacal aperture, because cloacal aperture is the opening of cloaca. So except the cloacal aperture, how many openings are present in the male frog? So see, one opening related with the opening of rectum. Opening of rectum. Rectum opens into the cloaca, both in male frog and female frog. So number of opening in case of male, if I will say here, and here I am going to say in case of female, that is the one. One opening related with the digestive system. Now, in male frog, the excretory system and reproductive system, commonly known as the urinogenital system. Urinogenital system. So it is having two openings. In male, there are two openings of urinogenital ducts. Two openings of urinogenital duct. This is the one point, and one opening of urinary bladder. One opening of urinary bladder. So total, if I will say number one here, okay, number one I said here, and urinogenital system 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, so total opening present, that is the 4. Are you getting how 4? One opening of rectum, digestive system. In male frog, the excretory system and reproductive system, common opening, urinogenital duct, opening into the cloaca. Oh, there is separate opening of urinary bladder. So number of opening in cloaca in male frog 4. I am discussing one question. Now coming on the female frog, number of opening related with digestive system 1. Number of opening related with digestive system 1. This one. Now in female frog, excretory system is separate and reproductive system is separate. Both the systems are separate in female frog. So you can say there are two openings of ureter. See carefully towards the board. Two openings of ureter, one opening of urinary bladder. Okay, so 1 plus 3. Now two openings of oviducts. They are also opening separately into the cloaca. So there is 2. So how many openings present in female frog? 6. How many openings present in male frog? 4. This is one very important question that you have to remember related with the male and female frog. Are you getting? I will explain it again because this is the base. In frog, there is a common chamber. That common chamber is known as the cloaca. Cloaca is a common opening of digestive system, excretory system, reproductive system, repro. So see, here in male frog, there is a separate opening of rectum in the cloaca. In male frog, the excretory system and reproductive system together known as the urinogenital system, and there is a common opening of ureter 2 and 1, that is the urinary bladder. In female frog, excretory system is separate, reproductive system is separate. So there are 3 openings of the excretory system and 2 openings of oviduct. So total opening except the cloacal aperture in cloaca in female frog 6, in male frog this is the 4. This is one very important phenomena that you have to remember. Okay, so I said about the number of openings. So this is the one, because this diagram is saying, if you will see, this is the rectum, these are the 2 urinogenital duct, this is the one opening of urinary bladder. So how many opening? 1 plus 1, 2 and this one 4. Okay, whereas in female frog, if you will see now, if I will say related with the female frog, in female frog oviducts are separate. Oviducts are separate, that is very interesting. And what is separate? Just see, oviducts are separate. If I will say again for the male frog, if you will see now, in male frog the name of the ureter is the urinogenital duct. So they are opening here. This is the opening of ureter, clear? Whereas in case of female frog, if you will say, oviducts are having the separate opening. That is why I said nut cell, so that you are able to remember how many diagrams, 3-4 diagrams in one place. Are you getting? I just correlated, mix all the system, respiratory system, reproductive system, excretory system and the digestive system. So this is the one point that you have to remember. Now I am going to say one very important point about the digestive system. I said, related with the digestive system, I said that alimentary canal is short. Why the alimentary canal is short? Because frog is carnivore. Now again coming on very interesting point, in frog salivary glands are absent. There is one question they are asking, in frog the digestion of food starts from. In frog the digestion of food starts from the stomach. Why the digestion of food in frog starts from the stomach? Because in frog salivary glands are absent. As the salivary glands are absent in frog, that is why the digestion of food, it starts from the stomach. So this is the one more point that you have to keep in mind related with the frog. That is one very important point. Now there is a very interesting point related with the respiration. So I will say there are different respiratory structure in larva and in adult frog. Please see carefully towards the board. This is one. If I will say larva, frog's larva, that is known as the tadpole, clear, and the adult frog. So in frog's larva, what is the mode of respiration? It takes place with the help of gills. Gills means you can say what is the type of respiration? That is the branchial respiration. With the help of gills, what the type of respiration takes place? Branchial respiration. And when we are saying about the adult frog, when adult frog in water, only one type of respiration takes place, that takes place with the help of skin. The respiration with the help of skin is known as the cutaneous respiration. It is known as the cutaneous respiration. When frog is on land, various type of respiration. It takes place with the help of skin. It takes place with the help of lungs. It takes place with the help of buccal cavity, buccopharyngeal respiration. So there are different modes of respiration, but most common type of respiration in frog, that is the cutaneous respiration. Related with the pulmonary respiration, you have to remember one point. In frog, the air is not entering directly into the lungs from the nostrils. First it is going to the buccal cavity, and through the you can say through the glottis, it is entering into the lungs. Okay, through the glottis it is entering into the lungs. So this is the one point. Okay, it means in frog the air is not directly entering into the lungs. First it will go into the buccal cavity, then it is moving into the lungs. So this is about the respiratory system that you have to remember. Now very interesting, coming on the circulatory system, and related with the circulatory system in frog, I want to say one thing. Wait for 1 minute only. I will say one point that we have to remember. Related with the circulatory system in frog, there are two important structures. What are the two important structures that you have to remember related with the frog? One structure that is known as the conus arteriosus, and one structure that is known as the sinus venosus. Okay, conus arteriosus, and second one, that is the sinus venosus. So two structures are there. One is the sinus venosus, and second one, that is the conus arteriosus. So see, here the diagram done related with the conus arteriosus. Conus arteriosus is a structure. Conus arteriosus is a structure which arises from the ventricle. It is a structure which arises from the ventricle. It arises from the ventricles. After coming out from the ventricles, it divides into two aortic trunks. So if you will say, what are they? They are the aortic trunk. They are the aortic trunk. What are they? They are the aortic trunk. And each aortic trunk divides, like if I will draw here, each aortic trunk is divided into three aortic arches. each aortic trunk, it divides into 3 aortic arches. First one is known as the carotid. If I will say, what is this? This is the carotid. Carotid is always entering into the brain. Second one is the systemic, that is going to the body parts. And third one that is very important, pulmocutaneous. Pulmo means lungs. Cutaneous means skin. It is related with the lungs and skin, so it is known as the pulmocutaneous. So this is one very important structure that you have to remember, that is the conus, arteriosus. Now coming on one more diagram, okay, coming on one more diagram after it, just coming on the one more diagram, that is the sinus venosus. So what is sinus venosus? Again very important. Sinus venosus is a triangular shaped structure. I used to draw like this. Sinus venosus is a triangular shaped structure like this. Sinus venosus, it's a triangular shaped structure. Sinus venosus, it is collecting the impure blood. It is collecting the impure blood with the help of precavals. It is collecting the impure blood with the help of postcaval. So all the impure blood that is collected into the sinus venosus. Now this sinus venosus, it opens into the right atrium. That is why all the impure blood is coming into the right atrium only. All the impure blood, it is coming into the right atrium, and from the right atrium the blood is moving to the ventricle. See, from right atrium impure blood, from left atrium pure blood. That is why in ventricle there is mixing of blood, mixed blood, and through the conus arteriosus the mixed blood is coming out from here. From here what arises? Conus arteriosus, aortic trunks, aortic arches. So these diagrams are very important, related with the accessory chambers in the heart of frog. So I said what is important? 2 accessory chambers which are present in the heart of related with the heart of cockroach. What are the 2 accessory chambers? One is the sinus venosus and second one is the conus arteriosus. These are very important for the NEET exam. I have shown you with the help of diagram. Already we have seen. When we are saying about the excretory system in frog, related with the one more thing is the portal system. What are portal system? They are the special venous connection, and frog is having the 2 portal system here. Okay, related with the digestive system, 2 portal systems are there. One is the hepatic portal system. Second one is the renal portal system. The name hepatic means hepata. This portal system ends into the liver. So this is the hepatic portal system. This hepatic system ends into the kidney. So renal portal system. Clear? So hepatic portal system starts from the intestine and ends into the liver. It starts from the lower parts of the body and it ends to the kidney. So this is about the hepatic portal system and renal portal system. When we are saying about the lymphatic system, it is also having the lymph. Only one more point, in frog RBCs are nucleated. Very important point, in frog RBCs are nucleated. Frog is ureotelic, very important. Now one more point that you have to remember, urinogenital duct. Okay, urinogenital duct, and there are separate opening of ureter and separate opening of the urinary bladder is there. Well developed control coordination. Frog is having almost the same endocrine glands that we are having: pituitary, pineal, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, okay, mixed gland, all the glands, gonads. Have you noticed? Pancreatic islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. This is having the endocrine part. This is showing the endocrine part. Islets of Langerhans. Clear? So this is one more point. They are having the well-developed nervous system. They are the craniata. Why craniata? Because the body is present in a cranium. Cranium means brain box. Okay. Now this is one point that you will remember. It is having You know, there are two parts of the central nervous system. One is the brain, one is the spinal cord. So, last part of the brain is known as the medulla oblongata. It continues in the form of that is spinal cord. So, if I will draw, this one is the brain, if you will see, okay. So, here this is medulla oblongata, if I will say, it is coming out from the skull through a big foramen known as the foramen magnum, and it continues in the form of spinal cord. This is the spinal cord, foramen magnum. The medulla oblongata passes through the foramen magnum and continues in the form of spinal cord, which is present in the vertebral column. 10 pairs of cranial nerves, 10 pairs of spinal nerves. Now, very important, related with the eye. One point. The type of eye in frog is the simple eye. This is very important because in cockroach the type of eye, that is the compound eye. What is the difference between simple eye and compound eye? When eye is made up of only one unit, simple eye. We are also having the simple eye. Cockroach eye is made up of many units, smaller units, which are known as the ommatidia. That is why for cockroach eye we are using one term. For the eye of cockroach we are using one term, that is known as the compound eye. Compound eye. That is the different thing. Now we will discuss in detail. Now, related with the ear, you have to remember that ear is also known as the statoacoustic organ. Statoacoustic organ. What is the meaning of stato? Balance. Ear is related with the balance and it is related with the hearing. That is why this organ is known as the statoacoustic organ. Okay, so this is the one point. They are having well developed. Related with the reproductive system, what you have to remember? In male frog, there is a functional connection between the kidney and the testis. If I will say this is the testis, this is the kidney, and this is the labeling of adrenal gland. So, how the kidney is connected with the male frog? 10 to 12 vas efferentia are present. And now, in the kidney of male frog, there is one canal, that is known as the Bidder's canal. Bidder's canal. Bidder's canal is a specific canal which is present in the kidney of male frog. That is why they are asking one, what is the passage of sperm? What is the passage of sperm in male frog? See, testis. From the testis, vasa efferentia. They will entering into the kidney. In the kidney, there is one canal that is known as the Bidder's canal. From the Bidder's canal, they are moving into the urinogenital duct. Urinogenital duct. From the urinogenital duct, they will go to the cloaca. And from the cloaca, they are coming out through the cloacal aperture. So, this is the one point that you have to remember. Passage of sperm. This is one very important question that is asked in the NEET exam also, so that you have to remember passage of sperm. In female frog, there is no functional connection. Ureter is separate, oviduct is separate. That's why I said number of openings are more. How many eggs laid by a female frog at a time? 2500 to 3000, and they are the unfertilized eggs. What is the type of egg? They are the unfertilized. Why I said unfertilized? Because in frog the fertilization is external, takes place in water. So, the eggs are the unfertilized. Fertilization external, takes place in water, I said. Development is indirect, larva stage is there. Metamorphosis is a process in which the frog tadpole converts into the adult. So, this is the one point that you have to remember related with this. What is the use of frog? I already said. It is a very important component of food chain and food web. See, gross eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by insect, insect eaten by frog, frog eaten by, anyone will say insect eaten by frog, frog is eaten by snake, and the snake is eaten by the eagle. Are you getting? So, this is the food chain. It is a very important component. It is maintaining the balance. Muscular legs of frog, they can be eaten by human beings as a food also. So, that is one thing that you have to remember related with the frog. So, I tried to say all the important points related with frog. Thank you very much for peaceful listening. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the cockroach. Thank you, thank you, thank you.